You want to know what's wild? There's a builder here in Southwest Florida that up until recently, I never would have recommended to my clients. But something's changed, and what they're doing right now might actually be one of the best new construction opportunities in the Fort Myers area, and almost nobody's talking about it yet. I'll tell you who it is later in this video, but first, let's look at what's happening across the market right now, because builders around Fort Myers are quietly offering real deals that most buyers have no idea exist. I'm talking 3.8, 5.25% interest rates, closing costs help up to $20,000, and pricing flexibility on homes that are already built and ready to move into. If you've been waiting for the right time to buy new construction, this is it. Now, before we dive into the top communities, here's what I actually look for when I'm finding these deals for my clients. First, it's important to understand that what builders advertise on the MLS, Zillow, and their websites isn't always what the real prices or incentives are. Those listings are often outdated placeholders or missing key details. In fact, most builders rely heavily on agents to bring them business, and that's where the real information comes from. As agents, we usually have the inside scoop on upcoming inventory releases, which lots are about to be discounted, and what the actual prices and incentives are behind the scenes. In a seller's market, those advertised prices are often lower than what you'll really pay once demand kicks in. In a buyer's market like what we're actually in right now, they're often higher than what builders are quietly willing to accept. That's why having an agent who tracks those shifts is so important. We know where the leverage is before it ever hits the public sites. Now, when it comes to structuring the best deals, here's what I focus on. First, builders almost always offer their best packages when you use their in-house preferred lender. That's where you unlock the rate buy downs plus closing costs help combo. Second, the biggest discounts usually come from quick move-in homes that are already built or nearing completion. Builders don't want inventory sitting, so that's where they start making deals. And third, incentives are flexible. If you want a lower interest rate, you can usually get it, but you might need to pay a little bit more for the home. If you'd rather go for a lower price, you can do that too. The key is knowing how to structure it around your goals and the builder's current motivation. And one more thing, the market is starting to heat back up. We've already seen more buyer activity since summer, and with the Fed expected to cut rates again this year, mortgage rates should gradually come down. Not overnight, but over the next few months, just like we saw after the last cut. So getting into a new home now with builder paid incentives could give you the flexibility to refinance later when rates drop without losing today's incentives or prices. But I will caution you, rates are notoriously difficult to predict, and you should not rely on them coming down as a core strategy. So now that you know what to be on the lookout for, let's dive into some of the area's top deals right now. Let's start with one of the best luxury lifestyle communities in all of Southwest Florida, Esplanade Lake Club by Taylor Morrison. This one sits right on the Corkscrew Alico corridor, surrounded by high-end developments like Wild Blue and Miramar Lakes, Fort Myers' most prestigious community. Taylor Morrison is one of my favorite builders. Their homes are smartly designed, bright, and functional, with some of the best fit and finish quality in the region. And the amenities, they're top tier. A massive clubhouse, resort-style pool, full restaurant and bar, tennis, pickleball, spa, fitness center, and walking trails around miles of freshwater lakes. This is one of the rare communities that's not in a flood zone, yet still offers direct lake access for power boats, and it connects right into Miramar Lake's waterway. HOA fees are around $500 a month, and right now, Taylor Morrison is offering a free standard pool package on select new builds, plus flexibility on listing price depending on the stage of construction. Here's what that means in the real numbers. For an entry-level home around $600,000 with 5% down, and a 5.2% rate, including taxes, insurance, and HOA, your all-in payment will land around $3,800 a month. That's hundreds less than a resale home in the same area with no pool, older systems, and no warranty. And this one comes with an entirely new resort lifestyle. If you want a similar lifestyle vibe, but at a much more approachable price point, Verdana Village is one of the hottest communities in Estero right now. It's packed with amenities, indoor pickleball courts, resort pool, fitness center, cafe, and a full-service restaurant. HOA fees are $598 a month, but that covers everything you'd normally pay for separately in memberships. Both Pulte and Lennar are offering major incentives here. Pulte's current promotion includes half-off design options up to $70,000 and any lot for just $10,000. They're also offering a 5.25% buy-down on spec homes through their lender. Here's the math. For a $500,000 home with 5% down and a 5.25% rate, including taxes, insurance, and HOA, you're looking at a total payment of around $3,200 a month, all in. A similar resale home at $450,000 with a 7.5% rate will cost closer to $3,800 a month, and you'd be missing all the resort amenities, brand new construction, and warranties. That's why Verdana continues to sell even in a high rate environment. The numbers just make sense. Now, if you're looking for an affordable gated community with tons of upside, Portico in East Fort Myers is one to watch. Lennar is offering a 3.85% FHA ARM and up to $15,000 in closing cost assistance on homes starting in the low 300,000s. HOA fees are $276 a month or $830 per quarter, which is very reasonable for the amenities you get: clubhouse, fitness, pool, and security. Let's look at the numbers. For a $325,000 home with 3.5% down and that 3.85% ARM and builder paid closing costs, your total monthly payment, including taxes, insurance, and HOA, will be around $2,400 a month, all in. That's less than many rentals in the area and about $700 a month less than buying a resale at the same price with today's average rates. You're literally owning for the same cost as renting. Next up, Hemingway Point, also in the Buckingham area. This is D.R. Horton's newest community, and they are offering 3.99% fixed rate financing plus closing cost assistance on homes starting around $300,000. These are 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes with modern layouts and low maintenance yards. Perfect for first-time buyers, snowbirds, or retirees. And here's the kicker: HOA fees are just $110 a month. For a $300,000 home with 3.5% down, builder paid closing costs, and that 3.99% fixed rate, your total monthly payment, including taxes, insurance, and HOA, lands around $2,200 a month. That's basically what rent costs in this area right now, except you get to own it, personalize it, and build equity. That's a steal in today's market. Moving down to Estero, River Creek by GL Homes. They're offering $17,500 towards closing costs and a 4.99% fixed rate loan on select inventory. HOA fees are $395 a month, and the community is just located east of I-75 near Corkscrew Road, so it's close to everything. GL Homes neighborhoods are known for holding value over time thanks to thoughtful design, landscaping, and consistent quality. You get great amenities, a strong location, and a trusted builder. All right, time for the builder I mentioned at the beginning. It's Christopher Allen Homes. And I'll be honest, I didn't always recommend them. Their older models felt dated, the finishes were basic, and the value just wasn't there. But they've completely turned things around. They've modernized their designs, improved their materials, and launched one of the best programs I've seen: their Build on Your Lot program. Here's why it's a game changer. They'll build on your lot in Lee County starting around $275,000, including full landscaping, all finishes, and no HOA fees. They've also expanded this program into Naples, and they're currently offering up to $20,000 in closing cost assistance or a 4.99% FHA VA loan with $15,000 towards closing costs. And because these are brand new elevated builds, none of their homes will require flood insurance. Let's break down what that looks like for a $300,000 home with 3.5% down and the builder covering $15,000 in closing costs. Your all-in monthly payment, taxes, and insurance included, would be around $2,000 to $2,100 a month. That's with no HOA, no flood insurance, and full builder warranties. Compared to a resale at that same price, you'd be saving roughly $700 to $900 a month. And since this program is still flying under the radar, you're ahead of the curve by even knowing about it. Before you start touring model homes or browsing builder websites, here's one thing you need to know. If you register on a builder's website or visit the sales office without a realtor, the builder locks your name into their system, which means a realtor can't represent you later, even if you change your mind. So if you're even thinking about new construction, reach out to a realtor first, whether it's me or someone else, and tell them which communities you're interested in. That way you've got someone in your corner helping you compare builders, evaluate incentives, and negotiate the best deal possible. Because remember, the builder's rep works for the builder. Their job is to sell that community. My job is to protect your interests, break down the true costs, and make sure the deal you sign today still makes sense years from now. So if you'd like me to send you the best current new construction opportunities in the Fort Myers area based on your price range, move-in timeline, and goals, just click the link below. You'll fill out a quick form, tell me what you're looking for, and I'll personally send you a hand-picked list of homes that make financial sense right now. No gimmicks, no outdated flyers, just real homes, real numbers, and straight answers. I'm Rick Harrison. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.